You've probably felt it before. Everyone else seems excited to go out. They're energized by parties, by noise, by being surrounded by people, and you're just thinking about going home. Sometimes you even wonder, is something wrong with me? Am I wasting my life? What if I'm living the wrong way? If you've ever asked yourself that question, this is for you, because maybe, just maybe, you were never wrong to begin with. There's something most people don't talk about. Not everyone recharges the same way. Some people gain energy from stimulation, the noise, the movement, the chaos, it fuels them. But others, after 2 hours of socializing, even if it's fun, they feel drained, not bored, not antisocial. Just empty. That's not weakness. That's wiring. Some nervous systems are built for high stimulation, others are built for depth and quiet. If you feel exhausted after interacting with people, it doesn't mean you're broken. It just means you operate differently. And then there's something deeper out there in the world. You're constantly performing. You laugh at the right moments. You respond fast enough. You try to be interesting. You try to be enough. But at home, there's no performance. No expectations. No subtle judgments. No pressure to be on. At home, you can exist without proving anything. For people who are highly sensitive, or who have been hurt before, that sense of control isn't a luxury. It's safety, and safety feels like peace. But here's where it gets complicated. We live in a world that glorifies visibility. If you're not out there, posting, traveling, celebrating, networking, it feels like you're missing out. Social media makes it look like life only happens in crowds, and if you're not in the picture, maybe you're not really living. But what if that's not true? What if life doesn't have to be loud to be meaningful? People who enjoy solitude often think deeply, they reflect more, they process emotions instead of escaping them. Creativity rarely screams. It whispers. It appears in quiet rooms. In late night thoughts. In moments when no one else is watching. Staying home isn't doing nothing. Sometimes, it's where your truest self gets built. But I need to say something important. There is a thin line. A very thin line. Staying home because it fills you up is different from staying home because you're afraid. If you go home and feel restored, calm, clear, that's peace. But if you stay home and feel yourself shrinking, avoiding, disconnecting from the world out of fear, that's not weakness either. That's a wound asking for care. And there is no shame in that. The truth is, many people out there aren't as energized as they look. They go to events because they're afraid of being left behind. They stay busy because silence feels uncomfortable. They laugh loudly because they don't want anyone to see the cracks. Maybe you're not different. Maybe you're just honest about needing quiet, honest about valuing depth over noise. If you find joy in small rituals, a cup of coffee in the morning, sunlight touching your wall at sunset, re-watching a comfort show instead of chasing new experiences, you're not living life incorrectly. You're choosing your own rhythm. Not everyone who moves slowly is falling behind. Not everyone who is quiet is lonely, and not everyone who stays home is hiding. Some people are protecting something beautiful inside themselves. So here's a gentle question. When you stay home, does it feel like peace, or does it feel like escape? There's no judgment in either answer, just awareness, and sometimes awareness is the beginning of healing. If this made you breathe a little slower, if you felt seen for a moment, then maybe you were never meant to be louder. Maybe you were meant to be deeper, and there is nothing wrong with that.